Hi everyone. Right, what I'm going to show you how to do now is, for those who like miniatures, is this little miniature mop. They can be fiddly, but they're great fun to make, and I needed some mops. Now I've shown you how to do the brush, there is a video on that, but this is a mop. So what you're going to need is a skewer. Now this doesn't always work first time, it can take a while, so I'm just going to I'm going to cut a couple just in case, and I just use a pair of pincers for this and work my way around, just dig in like that, and then you want to go down a little bit further than that, right, and just dig in and you'll see why, and then we snap that bit off. This is where it's a little bit tricky, but this is how I do mine. Now we've definitely got a cut in here. You have to be extremely careful, okay? You take your knife, thumb on your main part, and that's just so you can control the knife, and you gently, just very gently, slice down. Now you can do this, it depends what wood you get. These bamboo sticks that I've got are not that clever, but they're all I had. And you just, and you can do it that way, you're better off doing it that way really, and shave off quite a bit. Sorry, I was just craft, I'm like my dad. But shave that off, because the initial outset of these, the outside is quite smooth, and sometimes it's hard to get a grip, but the inside is natural wood, so, and these are bamboo sticks anyway, so we're just gonna shave that down to about half its size, like that, and you'll see why. Okay, so we've got that. And you do have to clear your mess up afterwards, but there you go. Put the lid back on that to keep that safe. Now I've got some of this, it's like a nylon thread. And just take a piece of that, chop that off ready. You'll need the heat gun, your glue gun, sorry. Then I'm using wool, just wool. Take it in your hand, 2 fingers, and wrap the wool round as much as you want. And you can always clip this down if you don't want too much, but you know, they're quite fluffy, the old-fashioned ones. So then what I'm going to do, so about 10-15 times, while you've got it on your fingers and you're holding it like that, take your thread and loosen this off your finger, tap it on pretty tight, and we'll take our thread. I've doubled my thread to make a loop, see, like that, push that through, open that loop and thread that through there. Okay, I can get that going like that, and then pull that tight. Don't worry about anything else, you can take your finger off that now. Then what you're going to do is to really gather that up tight, and you wrap it around the, so you've got it in your finger, index finger and your thumb, and then wrap your wool round your middle finger and around what you've just gathered up together. Just easiest way to do it, and pull that thread through, then release it, but hold it down so it doesn't come off, and you'll see it makes a bobble on the end. So I'm going to show you that again. You've got your little gather bit there, middle finger, wrap it around the bobble that you've just made, and tuck that underneath, pull it through, take your finger out, but hold the thread in this hand, if you're right-handed, and push that down so it goes behind, and that will hold that tight. And then what you do is you start to wrap that around like that. Okay, and then what I do, I just take a little bit of glue, just a touch, and seal that off. And then what you have to do is you chop the very top see? Because this now has to fit in there, and it's got to be strong enough. You might need to use a spike first, or a needle or something. I use my plier things here. And what you're doing basically is you're carefully poking a hole down there, and you sit your mop. I've not quite got the centre there. Let me just cut a little bit more, because now you've wrapped that round, it's safe. It's not going to come undone. So I've just cut a little bit more just to get the centre there. And you squeeze that into your mop like that, okay? And then what you're going to do just for now, until you finish the mop, you just cut that like that. Then you take your thread again and you add a little, sorry about that, and you add a little bit of glue to that. Hold it in your hand and start to wrap around the base of that. Let's take that back. I'm going to pull it and pull it tight so that it makes a tight grip around there, and then we're going to cut that, and all we do is we seal that on by putting a little bit of glue a couple of times around there. Anything that's loose we now snip away, and that's already tightly in place, and we snip that. And then what you do is you cut all of your threads like that. Now, if that's too much for you, you can shorten them if they're too long, and I'm just going to shorten mine a little bit, say like that. This one's sticking out, it's going to annoy me to death, so I have plenty on there. I can just snip that one out, and it is a little bit too many for me, and that's nice and tight. And you've got your, I mean, that's a little bit smaller, but that doesn't matter, I can make that smaller again like that. Shabby that up with a little mop. Then you take your your ink, and I've chosen a dark one because we need to age this a little bit, and put your thumb and finger together and you just darken the edges like that. We'll turn it over and we'll do the other side. It does look like it's been used. Darken the base there, and then just darken the handle to grub it up a little bit, because how many times do you see a new mop? Not often. I'm just going to, oh, do you know, I hate these tubs. Close mine up, don't want it to dry. And there you go. And it's as simple as that, how to make a mop, a mini mop. So I hope you can see that. I hope that helped you. Wrap it around your finger several times. Cut your spike. Poke that into the middle. Once you've wrapped the end, poke that into the middle and then wrap it round again onto there, and that will hold that tight. And there you have your mini mops. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.